Hey everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to be doing another 2 October daily-ish stories. This one comes right after my Hocus Pocus book, and I wasn't sure what to put here because I knew on the right-hand side was going to be that fun little 4x6 book. So I decided that I would document my birds. I love my birds. They come from Target, and I'm sure everybody has seen them, and maybe you have some birds of your own. But I look forward to getting them every year, and I have 2 right here set up on my desk, like a cute little decor setup, and I have more in other places, but I just love these birds. They make me so happy. And I get them at Halloween and fall and Christmas. That's the main holidays I get, but I do have some from other holidays. So I decided, you know what? It's time that I document these sweet little birds. So I grabbed the bird tag cut from Ashley's kit and also a few digital chipboard pieces from Ali Edwards, and I actually put some chipboard on it, and you guys saw me do that a little bit ago. It's just really thin chipboard that I have on hand. And I also have some leaves that I die cut from the latest Stories by the Month kit. You can see them on my tray right there. The green leaves are from a really old story kit. Also added in a few word strips, Come We Fly and Scary Good from Ashley's kit. And then my plan is to do a stamp title all the way down and just leave a little room in the middle for the journaling, because I kind of had no choice since I had to stamp birds, or I wanted to stamp birds. So I'm stamping for the love of these birds. But I wind up not stamping the of until I get it into the album. So I will fix that in a little bit. The stamp set that I'm using is from Ali Edwards and Laura Wansig. I absolutely love it. I probably do not get the cursive exactly correct, but that's okay. I still love the 2 different fonts in the set, and it is just very versatile. So here I'm making the little cluster with my bird and one of the smaller leaves and then a green one. And now I'm stamping birds, and I started on the far right because I wanted to make sure that the word birds kind of lined up with the other column of stamps. And then I'm going to make one last little cluster with a chipboard and the various leaves. So really simple to put together, but I absolutely love it. And this is my daughter's pen that she got me from the book fair. I talked about it in my other October daily video, and I'm using it again. I love this pen she got me. I just wrote out that I love these birds, and I look forward to collecting them each year, especially during Halloween and Christmas, and they just make me ridiculously happy. Yes, ridiculously happy. It's always the little things, right? Just love these birds. I added in a little pumpkin chipboard and also my little bird from Ashley's collection, and then 2 little leaves, and that will be it. And then I'm going to put it into the album and kind of realize that I forgot the of. So you'll see what's going to happen because it's pretty funny when it happens. Finishing up that last cluster with the chipboard from Ali Edwards, and that chipboard is really old. I think it's from a Stories by the Month kit from a few years ago, but I love it, and I use it probably every single October. I just love it. Okay, so I go to put it in the album, and then I realize that, I need to stamp of. I don't realize it quite right away, but as I'm taking photos, I realize. So I take it out of the album, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the of, or so I thought. I think one of my people was talking to me, so I didn't stamp it in the correct spot. I stamp it next to the. So it's not supposed to be there. So I take a piece of cardstock that's similar to this spread, and I just lay it over the of and cover it up with adhesive, and now you can't really tell. So that's kind of why I showed you in this editing that little boo-boo, because you can't really tell unless you're like looking really close at it. So just covered up with white paper, punched the hole, and then stamped it in the correct spot. And now my bird page is done, and it is so cute, and I just had the best time making it. And for story number 2, I am going to be documenting family evenings and how we absolutely love watching TV together as the family. And right now it is all about the Nailed It Halloween show. We just love it. And on this particular night, I took a ton of photos because I knew I wanted to document the story of us watching and also having cookies. And then we wound up taking a family selfie. So that means it definitely needed to be scrapbooked. And everybody was cooperating, so definitely scrapbook it. I made a little fun, kind of funky collage with 2x2 and 3x2, and then I grabbed some die cuts from Ashley and Erica's kit to place around the spread. And the paper that I printed out is from Ashley. I have a really old family stamp from Allie Edwards and also some white alpha stickers. They're barely sticking, and I decided to use them as my title. I then kind of see that maybe I can make it fancier with this purple kind of Nuvo drops. And so that's why I did the X to see how it would look as it dried. And as I'm putting together this title, I had to make my own N. But I clearly did not realize that there was an N already on the sheet. But it's still, I put it in this video so you guys could see how I made the N, and I used the other N as a template and kind of trimmed off the M so it was really, really skinny. And then I was able to attach the other piece with some glue. It looks like a bigger N, but overall it turned out really good. So my N surgery turned out great. I wish I would have noticed that I had an N so I wouldn't have had to do the surgery, but that's okay. Because these dang letters I've had for so long in my stash and they don't make any words. And so I got all excited that they could make evenings. And then I made myself do a surgery on an N for no reason. But that's okay. I got the title, and now I can add all the die cuts. I'm adding a pumpkin, and I cut the spider web in half so I could put one on the corner of the F, and then the other one underneath the ING. I also added in some purple stars, and I am going to pop dot the family selfie photo and then the photo of my daughter and I, because I thought that would be something fun and just add a little bit more dimension to the project. And like I said, the show is just hilarious, and Nicole Byer is the host, and I just find her so funny. And just what people make on this show and come up with, it's absolutely hysterical. So it's a perfect family show. I swapped out that older In a Creative Bubble die cut for a big giant pink pumpkin. Thought that would work much better to have something big and pink on the left-hand side, since the right-hand side has all, the pink background. I am pop dotting the photo of my daughter and I am using some foam. It's like foam sheets I got that is adhesive. So instead of squares, I have foam sheets. Don't ask me why I decided to do that instead of the squares, but I'm going to use up the sheets and then I'll go back to squares. I added in my ghost and my little potion bottle. Those are both from Erica. The pink pumpkin is from Ashley. And then I have another potion bottle, and I'll put like a bunch of die cuts along the side with another spider web and another purple star. I also have some really cute acrylic pumpkins from Color Cast Design that I'm going to throw in there too. Why not? And they're pink and orange. And I didn't have any of those other colors for the right-hand side, so I went to my stash and I found some white stars, so I'm just going to use those. And I'll also add in some Nuvo drops too in a little bit with orange and purple. So I love the Nuvo drops. I've talked about them so many times. They are the best. I am coloring in the word evenings, and that way my N looks much more like an N and you can't tell it was a Frankenstein N. And it's gonna dry really awesome, and I love how it turned out. So I'm glad that I decided to try coloring in my evenings because it makes my own glossy letters. And I'm also glad that I finally found a word that works for these really old letters. So I'll add in some purple drops on the left-hand side, and I'll also get out the orange so I can add orange to the right-hand side and to the left-hand side. So lots of little fun little pieces for this spread, and I love it. I know I've mentioned it before, but October Daily is so much fun, and I love adding in all the die cuts and all the different fun embellishments. Okay, I am going to come back and, I let everything dry, and then I came back and I decided to add in the stamps from Everyday Explorers that have like the little TV, and also currently watching. I wanted to make sure that I got those on there. Stamped a few TVs, that way I could see which color I wanted, and I eventually decided on a pink. I thought pink would work much better. My pink is a little bit different than the pink pumpkin, but that's okay. I'm still going to use it, and then I'll fussy cut it out and add it to the left of evenings. And I will also write out nailed it for the currently watching, and that will wrap up my spread. So I really, really love this, and I'm excited to have 2 more stories documented in this album for October Daily-ish. And in just a second, you are going to see my sweet daughter show me a Pokemon card, and I slowed it down so that way you could see it really well. She wanted to make sure that she knew that that she got a really fun card. So sweet. And then she said, "Mom, did that get in the video?" And I told her no, because I didn't want her to worry. But now it's in the video, and you guys got to see your new card. And this is the finished spread, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing both pages come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.